Hey guys, it's Ted. I'm here to give you another fast fact. And for today's fast fact, we'll discuss the origins of trade routes in Mesopotamia and early warfare in Mesopotamia. So now, as you all probably already know, Mesopotamia was one of the early cradles of human urban civilization. Humans very quickly turned the region into farmlands. They began to farm and harvest there. They also began to tend flocks there. But using the human genius, they also decided to turn local centers, local meeting centers, into urban centers, into planned cities, where taxes could be collected and the general function and administration of the outlying agricultural districts could be administered. And it didn't take long for these urban centers to begin to come into increasing contact with other urban centers and to exchange the goods produced either farmed locally or produced or slash manufactured in those urban centers. And when that occurred, and with that great development, human trade networks began, and Mesopotamia would actually take the ball and become the centerpiece in what would later become the global trade network, the global land route trade network that would eventually transform itself into the ancient Silk Road. The ancient Silk Road, of course, being the trade network that extended from the eastern Mediterranean all the way to the very western borders of China. And now, at least for this ancient part, the Mesopotamians themselves saw the great value in it, and from this, warfare was actually introduced on a massive scale into human societies. And the earliest known clashes seem to be just border clashes for farmland, for agricultural land, but it later escalated to large-scale armed conflicts between highly organized groups of citizens from one urban center and its agricultural outlands and citizens, or at least people in the employ of another urban center and its outlying agricultural lands. And an interesting fact about this is that the first chariots were actually developed during this period of warfare. And the first chariots are way different, and they were used differently than later chariots. Most people are used to seeing the metallic chariots pulled by horses. Well, the earliest known chariots were actually pulled by donkeys and were wooden. They weren't, nobody except for the Persians when they developed the side chariots. Nobody charged into a formation with chariots. You know, you would simply almost like in an arc, just simply ride around your enemy's formation, firing arrows or any other sort of missiles into the formation. But these chariots they appear to be more ceremonial. They were used to bring important people to the battlefield so that they can lead an infantry assault. And that's our fast fact for today. The beginnings of the Mesopotamian trade route system and the development of warfare in Mesopotamia. As always, please like and subscribe to the videos and leave a comment below.